to the round 12 recap of 2024 World Chess Championship. Ding Liren strikes back to defeat Gukesh, bring another disappointing day for Indian chess fans. Let's move on to the game. Ding opened 1c4 English opening, e6 by Gukesh, g3, d5, bishop g2, d, knight f6, knight f3, d4, short castle, knight c6, e3, bishop e7, d3, d takes e3, bishop takes e3. So all are well-known theory in this system. e5, knight c3. For this move, Ding spent around 11 minutes. Short castle, rook e1, h6. So instead of h6, there is a variation which computer can suggest, like knight g4, bishop c1. This seems equal, but in game, Gukesh continued h6. He took 15 minutes for playing this h6 move. So after h6, in game a3 played by Ding, around 17 minutes to play this a3 move. Instead of a3, there is a variation. Uh, White can play d4, breaking the center. But after d4, e takes d4, knight takes d4, knight takes d4, queen takes d4, c6, queen takes d8, bishop takes d8, bishop c5, rook e8, rook takes e8, knight takes e8. It seems equal. So after a3, the case played a5. After this move, the b5 square is got weakened and it is captured by the knight beautifully. h3, bishop e6, king h2, rook b8, queen c2, rook e8, knight b5. Gugesh did not think that this knight on b5 was going to kill the game. Bishop f5, rook a d1. Here both the white rooks are well placed in the center. Soon it opens the line to create more attacks over the center. Knight d7, queen d2. He took 16 minutes to play this queen d2 move, which is such a beautiful move which attacks the a5 pawn. Sorry, after queen d2, bishop g6 played in the game. After 26 minutes, Gugesh played this bishop g6. It's not so good. Instead of bishop g6, he he plays this knight c5, then d4 will be a move. d4, after d4, knight d3, knight takes e5, knight takes e1, queen takes e1, queen c8. Seems equal, even though it's an exchange down, but according to the position, it seems good for white. White pieces are well placed, and both the knights are doing great work, and also the bishop. Instead of after queen takes e1, if black takes the knight by playing knight takes e5, then it is a huge mistake from black side because of d takes e5, queen c8, queen takes a5, and white pieces are creating dangerous attack over the black queen side. You can see the bishops, power of the bishop. Both the bishops are doing a great work in the diagonals, and also the c7 pawn is weak. It's just already pressured by the queen and knight, and white rook on d1, which is doing a great job by controlling the whole d file. And look at the black pieces. The b8 rook is passive, and the c8 queen is not well placed. Almost black is suffering in this position, even though black is exchangeable. This position is seems good for white only. So after bishop g6 in the game, Ding continued with d4 break, e4, knight g1, knight b6, queen c3. So in press meet also Ding mentioned this queen c3 move is he liked very much in that in that situation. After queen c3, bishop f6, queen c2, a4 is another mistake. So instead of a4, black can try this queen d7. After queen d7, knight e2, bishop g5, knight f4, bishop takes f4, bishop takes f4. e3 seems good for black, almost equal. But after a4, the position is turned to Ding's side because after knight e2, bishop g5, it's another mistake committed by Gukesh. Knight f4, bishop takes f4, bishop takes f4. So you can see the c7 weakness is already pressured by the knight now. The bishop is also joined to attack the c7. Rook c8 is forced. Queen c3, knight b8. Here, Ding can also play this knight a7 to win the next inch, but Ding played d5, controlling the c6 square and also maintaining the pressure. Instead of releasing the pressure, he is creating more pressure to the opponent. Queen d7, d6, c5, knight c7. Here itself, the position is hopeless for Gugesh already. Rook f8, bishop takes e4, knight c6, bishop g2, rook c d8, knight d5, knight takes d5, c takes d5. The queen is not doing great in black side, and right now the position is very bad for black. After knight b8, queen takes c5. Gugesh is pawn down in this position. Right now the bishops for the white doing a great work. Controls most of the squares and also supports the very important d6 pawn, which is going to kill the game soon. Rook c8, queen d4, knight a6, rook e7, queen b5, d7. Almost the game is going to finish. Rook c4, queen e3, rook c2, bishop d6, f6, rook takes g7. Here Gugesh already resigned, and so here Ding delivered on his promise from the previous day's press conference with a remarkable performance. After a tough loss in the previous game, the world champion showed us all how to bounce back from the critical situation. It's a testament to the resilience of a great warrior. It's never easy to defeat Chinese dragon. We can all hope that Gukesh will also make a strong comeback. Stay tuned for the round 13. Thanks. Bye.